Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. The prices on these Commander Master set boxes have been very interesting. They've been firming up a lot, and this goes back to something I talked about a couple days ago, which was there is a floor under the price of these products, no matter how much negativity there is in the market. There is a floor because card stores can choose to break the boxes down into singles and sell those instead. So if we look back at the price history on TCG Player and we come back to the 11th, so 3 days ago they were selling in the mid 270s, this 278, and then they came up through the 280s, the 290s, and on up into the 300s to where they are today at 310 on TCG Player. Looking over on eBay, this is Cataclysm Collectibles. This is one of the three biggest dealers on eBay. They turned their price up from the mid 270s to 299 last night. And Flipside Gaming, one of the other of the three biggest on eBay, they did the same thing, moving from the mid 270s to 295 last night. And then now the last, well, there is this one, Magic and Jewels. I had never heard of them before. I don't know who they are, but they are still at 278. And P Football Pete, arguably the biggest dealer on eBay, is still at 279. So it's interesting because three of these four, discounting Magic and Jewels, whoever they are, if somebody knows who they are, let me know. Those are the people with the biggest stocks of these. They do the most sell through, and 2 out of 3 of them have already increased their price up to that $300 price point. TCG Player is already back up to 310, and so the market is firming up. The dealers who do the most volume are seeing the sell through is sufficient. They don't have to keep the price down at that 270 mark. And one last dealer here, Collector's Cash. Again, I'm not really familiar with them. They have 4 for 266 each. It's only applicable, obviously, if you're willing to buy 4. Maybe you have a buddy, you can each go in on 2 boxes. But, it really begs the question, is this the best price? And obviously, I don't know, and neither do you. And in the future, maybe the prices overall remain weak for this because, let's face it, at 310 per box, the price is still very weak. But maybe they remain weak and we get out to Black Friday and we have a 16 or 17 or 18% bonus buck sale on Black Friday. And yeah, maybe if it's like that, and prices are still in the low 300s area, somewhere around there on TCG Player by that point, then you can pick them up in the 260s and you will only have to buy 1 box. We don't know, but I just wanted to make the point that the prices would firm up because, again, card stores are looking at how much money they're going to lose on this and choose to break it down into singles, reducing the number of boxes for sale. And then also, as the price got lower down into the 280s and down to the 270s eventually, and even some of these deals like this one, 4 for 260 each, it changes the behavior of the buyers. And people who previously didn't want to buy would be willing to step in and say, at that price, I'll go ahead and buy it. So keep that in mind for the future, that price changes behavior. It changes behavior for the sellers and for the buyers. And don't give in to the straight line fallacy, thinking that because the price had come down $30, $40, $50 in the last 10 days, that it was simply going to keep going down and eventually we'd see, $200, $180, crazy numbers like that. So obviously, if it got down into just try and imagine if this got down to $200 per box. All the people who would step in, change their behavior, change their attitude, and say, oh yeah, definitely I'll buy that for $200. And they would just buy up all the boxes and that $200 price would not hold for long. That's exactly what's happened here, except it's happened in the mid 270s. There were enough additional buyers coaxed into the market in the mid 270s to firm up the price, take enough boxes out of the market that now the price is rising. Like I said, TCG Player back up to 310, and 2 of the 3 biggest dealers on eBay are back up into that 295 to 300 price point. So, the thing about investing, about buying assets, is that you have to choose at every moment right then, do I buy or do I not buy? And not buying is a choice. But people will commit this fallacy where they will look backwards at what the historic price action was, and then they will try to fault you for not having bought or having bought at some point in time, as if you had a time machine or as if you had a crystal ball and you could have seen the future. So we don't know. Maybe the 266 for 4 boxes, maybe that's the best we'll ever get. It's hard to say. Odds are this remains kind of weak. And even if you miss out on the set boxes, I expect the draft boxes will have incredible weakness as additional waves hit and as time goes on. I expect that those will be exceptionally cheap. But what is the quality of the draft box compared to the set box in terms of the variants, in terms of the different art styles, the foiling treatments? That's kind of an assessment that each of us has to make for ourselves, whether that value is there or not. But it was interesting just to see how quickly the prices are firming up here, and I had not expected it to happen that soon. Let me know what you think, guys. Eventually we'll start talking about the draft boxes on these, but like I said, I think they have further to fall. Set boxes doesn't look so clear. They may have hit their bottom already, or we may get lucky with a big bonus buck sale a couple months from now. We'll have to wait and see. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join me on Final Trade. Thanks a lot.